like I think the lead is always our intuition, and
Yeah.
we always seem to be like aligned on that and
Yeah.
aligned with what we're doing.
And I
Yeah.
feel like it's not going in smart, having all your ducks in the row. But if there's some intuition hits, like lean into that and talk about it. Because I feel like as a couple, if you're a couple and one person has like one of these intuition hits, like talk about it because it's like these things are valid. And I think we're a testament to that because all these things just align completely unexpected.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds. And I don't know if y'all can tell, I'm smiling a little extra today. For me, I think this is going to be special. I've been getting to know these folks a little bit behind closed doors, and we're going to talk about real estate, but we're going to talk about life. Y'all know how we do here. You know, we blend into, you can't divorce your business from your life. They're one and the same. You are the key factor in both. You're the key factor in your life. You're the key factor in your business. So we talk about the journey in life and business and where the confluence is. And I think today is going to be that kind of beautiful marriage, pun intended. See what I did there? Pun intended. And so we have this amazing couple here, and we've been talking backstage and just talking about their real estate journey, right? And so I'm going to allow them to talk about their journey and for you to get to know them a little bit better. But and I did not check on this last name, but I'm gonna take a shot on it. I want to introduce you all to Mr. and Mrs. Paul Maschek.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul, I should have asked, man. Help me out. Give it to me, sir.
It's Maschek, but pretty close.
Maschek.
Yeah.
Maschek. My apologies. I'm put some respect on it. Y'all want to introduce y'all to the Mascheks. How y'all doing today?
Great. Thank you for
Great.
having us.
Great.
Absolutely. No, thank y'all for being here. I think y'all can tell I'm excited. I'm giddy. We've had great conversation. But now it's time to let the world into some of the things we talked about. Not everything, because y'all ain't going to get it all. Some of this stuff I'm going to hold for myself. But we're going to talk a little bit, let y'all in. And so what I want y'all to do, I want y'all to take the listeners, the viewers into your world. Tell us a little bit about what your main focus is these days. Tell us maybe an origin story of kind of how you got in real estate, why real estate. And then if y'all don't mind, tell us what part of the world you're in, geographically where you are. And so y'all have the floor.
All right, great. Well, thanks for having us. Q, is that what the best name to call you?
You,
Q?
Quentin, I'll go by either one. Yes, sir. No matter. Yes, sir.
We're in the Charleston, South Carolina area. The city we live in is Mount Pleasant, which is right adjacent to Charleston.
Yeah.
And to kind of take us back, I guess we're going pre-COVID, and me and Melissa were living in a 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo apartment together with a mortgage, with 2 dogs in a 700 square foot house. And we just thought there had to be more. Maybe more space was the key to have a little more. While we love each other, there is that's close vicinity for a newly married couple. So then we were starting to look for houses, and we had to start where we were at. We didn't have we had a mortgage on the small condo, but we didn't have a ton of money. So we're like, where can we afford? So we had to venture out of town a little bit, and we got like a little house out in the country, and we converted that to a Airbnb wedding venue. Melissa's a photographer, so it really aligned really well in terms of her creativeness, but we were also able to do weddings out there. And it was cute enough where we did have, I don't know, we had around 15 weddings. So it was from somebody that didn't have any real estate experience to owning a wedding venue in a year was a quick transition. Um, so from that point on, we were able to, well, the pandemic hit, and then we're like, what do we even do? But because we lived in rural South Carolina, they didn't have pandemic rules. So we were a little fortunate to have like an ability to rent out.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
And that was just kind of happenstance.
Yeah.
So then after that, we didn't really want to own rentals. So we decided to sell it, but that was around the 2020 to 2022 timeline when real estate, specifically in the Charleston area, just went insane.
Yeah.
And so we just basically cashed in on that. And then from that point on, we've been living house flippers for around 5 years. So we've done since that, I guess, 4 other properties, which we live in, and then we flip it to benefit from capital gains, is paying less capital gains. And then now we are in the house our dream house, in the dream area of the city that we love, with now 4 dogs. So we expanded, family expansion. And they have a yard now, so I feel like we're very fortunate.
Yeah.
And I think this is going from no real estate experience where I didn't even know how to use a drill to an expansive real estate experience.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're a person listening and you just don't even know what to do with any tools,
That's
call
what we're
me,
at. Yeah.
because I had no skills and I still have limited skills. But I guess you just do the best that you can every day. And then I don't know. It made us closer, and I feel like that's the biggest gift of it all. Is just we're able to communicate better, work through challenges, and just get to a better spot. As we're looking for, we want to stay in our house. So where are we going? Now we want to stay in our house. We love it. We don't want to do live-in flipping. We want to just do house projects on the side with investment properties. We don't do this full time. I have a job that I love. Melissa owns her own business. So it's just a matter of doing it on the side, maintaining that short-term cash flow, as well as just doing something that's fun that we like to do and creative and all the things. And we'll do it for as long as we love to do it. I don't know. So that's kind of where we're at. Melissa, do you have anything to add?
No, I think you summarized this pretty succinctly. Yeah. I mean, I think we've worked our way up to getting into a house that we really love, and we just want to root down here. But we still want to continue doing property investing. And we both feel like we have like a greater capacity for more, and we've learned so much along the way. So we feel like, why would we stop doing investing? So we're just kind of transitioning at this point to doing property investing on the side instead of live and flipping.
Yeah. Love it. Oh, I love this story. I'm almost getting stuck on that greater capacity for more, because I love that. I love you guys forward thinking, and I just love the journey, right? Um, living in a 1-room condo, one bed, 1 room. I'm familiar with that. I listen. So much of what y'all say just rings back so many bells. Now y'all got a family, got the family of the dogs. I absolutely love it. I love how the journey made y'all closer. And so I say this probably every podcast, at least definitely recently. I always say destiny has no wasted moments, right? No, meaning what you go through in life, these moments, destiny, these moments kind of make you who you are today. And it's like none of it is wasted. All of it means something. And it means something to where you are, where you find yourself, where your feet are planted. And I love how this journey has made y'all closer. So that's one thing. But what else about this real estate journey? What else has it revealed about yourself individually and as a couple? Did it reveal consistency, humility? Like what are some of the things, other things that have revealed to y'all taking this journey?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
I feel like for me, it's revealed like capacity, like just realizing that I'm capable of so much more than I thought, and
Hmm.
realizing that I'm capable of learning new things and trying new things and actually finding success at it and
Yeah,
actually enjoying the process of learning.
yeah,
And I feel like, any kind of business ownership will teach you that for sure. And my first business, my photography business, has definitely taught me that. But I think what's been really beautiful about property investing is doing it with my best friend and learning that we can grow stronger and grow together. And that our strengths benefit each other,
mm,
feels
mhm,
much we're building something more meaningful with property investing. And not that my photography business isn't meaningful, it
yeah,
surely is, but it's definitely more like my solo thing. Whereas property investing is like a joint venture that we can do as a couple. And so I think that building of our relationship and of our commitment and of our, tenacity and
yeah,
resilience in a lot of this challenges that we faced
yeah.
has been, I think, for me, the real gift and the real treasure of it.
Absolutely. Paul, I'll open the floor up to you, man. Anything you want to add?
I don't know how I top that, but I'll
Yeah.
I'll give what I think. Um, I would say it's connected me to something beyond like spirituality, and there is it could potentially not make a ton of sense to everybody, but it makes sense to us. And when you align, there's certain dates or timelines where it's like just doesn't make sense other than like maybe there's something bigger that's like aligning this stuff. And we were closing houses like within like the exact 2 year timeline to avoid having to pay capital gains or other symbols and signs that are
Like,
like,
on the date or the amount of money and profit we would make from one property would be the exact amount that we had to pay cash for the next property, or the closing date would be the exact same date,
Yeah.
or like it would align with like some other weird thing. Like there was so many things like that. And even this property that we're looking at right now, it's like all these dates are like perfectly synchronized with other stuff that, and it's just like we just know there's just like some other force at play.
yeah, so I'm a financial analyst, so I'm data most of my life.
Yeah.
But then when you dive into property, I understand data, but also it's kind of releasing that, opening myself up to like maybe there is a bigger thing at play here and just releasing to that. And I don't
Yeah.
know, that sounds weird coming from a data guy to be like, I need to just trust my intuition in these signs more
Yeah.
and see where it takes me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is like opposite of what I do at my day job, which if that makes sense.
Yeah. This
Makes
is
total
this
sense.
is the uncommon conversation that we have oftentimes about property investing, because most property investors are very metrics focused. And while we do our metrics and do our research, and we're both very strategic in that way as well, like I think the lead is always our intuition. And
Yeah.
we always seem to be like aligned on that and
Yeah.
aligned with what we're doing.
And I
Yeah.
feel like it's not going in smart, having all your ducks in the row. But if there's some intuition hits, like lean into that and talk about it. Because I feel like as a couple, if you're a couple and one person has like one of these intuition hits, like talk about it because it's like these things are valid. And I think we're a testament to that because all these things just align completely unexpected.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
This was not our plan,
Yeah.
which we could go on another 10 podcasts of all the things that have aligned perfectly, but I think we got to cross kind of what I was saying with that.
Thank y'all. I really, it's so refreshing talking to you two. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna keep it quick. I've never shared on this podcast before. So when you talk about timing and just how you talk about spirituality, something bigger, just with timing, like the signs. My wife, before I started dating my wife, I was watching her from afar, and I had put boundaries on myself because I was in a place of just like rebuilding and learning more about myself. But I knew I wanted to pursue my wife probably before she even knew. Well, not probably, before she even knew. And it was so strong that she was the one I wanted to pursue. I mean, it was super strong that before she even knew I was interested in her, I took out my phone and I recorded a proposal video. And I said, when you see this, either this is gonna come off real crazy, like this guy is insane, or this is going to tell you how serious I've been about I knew you were the one. And so I recorded it, it had the timeline. Just so happened that day that it was a bad storm, so her lights went out. A friend of ours, it was a friend of hers, but we knew each other kind of through the friend. I was friends with her husband. She was friends with the wife. The wife took her out, called her like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Well, I'm sitting in the dark." So took her to eat, and she brought up me because we knew of each other, but she didn't know I wanted to pursue her. To kind of speed up the story, she had that marker in her mind because it's hard to kind of remember where you were on certain dates unless something kind of happened, like some kind of event. So when we finally started dating, when we finally got around to thinking about marriage, I said, "I want to show you something." I don't think I ever showed her the video, but I showed her the time. I said, "I want you to look at the date and the time." And because she was able to trace it back, she had told the story that after her girlfriend mentioned me, when she went home, she felt like I was thinking about her. She felt like I was praying for her. That's how she felt, like I was praying for her and her son. And because she had that marker of the date, when we looked at the time of when I did the video and the time of like when she was praying, they almost was in total sync.
Yeah.
And so as I was doing my video, she had this overwhelming feeling like this dude is thinking about me. And so I say that to say, and I've never shared that on this podcast, but I want to double down. When y'all say y'all believe in timing and stuff, listen.
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear
Yes.
you. I hear you.
We've had stuff like that with us
Yes.
too, where we're
Yeah.
stuff and then think of each other. Yeah. And
Oh, me and my wife is so weird. We will literally call each other at the same time. And it's like, it's been times we picked up the phone, I'm like, "Hello?" She's like, "Hello?" I'm like, "Oh, are you serious right now?"
Yeah,
And
right.
so I think for me, that shows the beauty of the partnership. That shows just being in line, right? And I think for everybody that's watching this, we're not trying to sound super spooky, but there are things that show you what alignment looks like. For us, it's just happen to be timing, right? And these are tools that we know within ourselves that this is an alignment. But you out there on your journey, there are things that when alignment hits. And alignment matters in business. It matters in your decision making. It matters in who you get in business with. And so if you can't get nothing out of what we said, if it sounds like super like, oh, just deal with the word alignment. All of us can understand alignment needs to be is critical in moving forward with our next steps. Would y'all agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me ask you this. What's the next real goal? Like, what are you guys looking to do next within real estate?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Well, we're currently under contract on a house that would be a strictly investment property.
Mhm.
And I think it's just kind of growing. I feel like what are we gonna do? Just have capacity for more. And I think we're just focusing on that. Maybe it's this house, maybe it's not. I don't think we're like tied to a specific thing other than like we want to do something together that allows us to be creative and just expand our capacity. And
Yeah.
then maybe that's this house we're under contract on, or maybe it's not. I feel like just having fluidness of like stretching ourselves, but also like it doesn't have to be one thing or the other. And so
Yeah.
I guess we're very fluid in that regard of like it can just change, and that's okay. If we want like, oh, this isn't the perfect fit for whatever reason, we'll pivot to something else. But I think being on the same page, communication, but then also like I think we're both just extremely capable of more, and I think just leaning on those things. So I guess it's kind of a vague answer, but like maybe we don't need to know exactly what it looks like. But other than real estate, there's so many avenues. Let's just see where it takes us.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
And I think like we feel into things a lot too. So sometimes like, I mean, you can set goals, sure, but sometimes you end up, 5 steps forward towards your goal and you realize actually this doesn't feel aligned or this
Yeah.
doesn't feel right or new information is presented. And then suddenly you're like, okay, I need to, make a little bit of a tweak or a pivot. And I think we're both very fluid and adaptable in that way. Like, so and as long as we're on the same page, like it doesn't really matter,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
direction we take things. So we're both at a point where we're like, okay, if we have a little bit of extra money, like we can use it in investing in some way. Do we want to just stick it into an account and do something passively? Not really. Like we want to be more involved. We want to be doing things. We want to create something and be creative. So, flipping is kind of like an outlet for that for us right now.
Got you. Oh, I love it. I want to do this because I think you guys are the perfect people to talk about this. When we're coming down winding up the show, I always have a segment when I talk about relationships, right? And I always kind of, angle it and frame it from like a business angle. Like, I ask people how important are, building business relationships. And every time I ask them that, but the undertone that I want people to know is that relationships are important, period. Because again, if you build the right foundation and the right approach to relationships, period, you'll carry that over in every relationship in your life, whether it's with your spouse, with your kids, with yourself, and with business. Like relationships just have good, healthy foundations. And so I want to talk to you guys about relationships. Of course, y'all have the relationship with each other. And so y'all can talk about it from any angle, from a business relationship, from being business partners with each other. But I just want to hear you guys approach and perspective on a healthy relationship.
Go ahead. You can start.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I get the first crack at that. I would say knowing that I'm not perfect at all things and just being able to like ask for help and like grow. And I feel like doing so in a manner that's just like not counterproductive is so critical in a marriage relationship or a working relationship or anything. Because I'm not going to be, I, I guess an example would be when our first property, I would get down like I didn't want to spend money on like even a cutting board, which is like $20. I was like such
We
a
joke about this a lot.
Yeah. It
Oh,
was like
this is crazy. Huh?
fun police. It was like every aspect of everything was just no fun. So
Yeah.
literally taking the fun out of everything and then just releasing that control. And it just takes time. It's just how my life experiences got me there, but it's not like it's going to unwind instantly. So just having professionals like therapists or working together, and time just gives you the opportunity to like grow it together. So I feel like just knowing that maybe there's more skills to add to the toolbox, but being open to getting those skills and then utilizing them. And I would say that would for me.
I love it. Melissa,
Yeah.
anything yet? Yeah.
To piggyback on that, I feel like nobody is like a fixed person. Like our personalities aren't fixed and our brain isn't fixed. And when you work on yourself, like there's so much that you can, uncover and there's so much that you can shift. And I think we've both realized through our own inner work journeys that there's so much that can shift in your relationships when you're working on yourself. And so I feel like you can be anybody that you want to be. And it takes time and it takes work and it takes intentionality to like uncover those neural pathways and to build new ones. But like there's a lot of transformation that can happen relationally and internally.
Yeah.
And then I think your external world, whether it's your external relationships or your business or whatever, is like a mirror for all of that internal transformation.
Yeah.
And I think like for me, like we're in a season right now where I'm looking for more collaboration and
Uh-huh.
more partnerships that are going to be like long-term partnerships that we can kind of build a new foundation. Like I said, we're kind of pivoting from doing live and flipping into something different. And that's still like, we're still figuring that out, what that is going to look like and finding those people that feel like they're in alignment and finding those people that like, I feel like our values are aligned and our goals are aligned, or even just like what we're trying to aspire towards individually is aligned. So I think that's kind of where we're at right now. We were talking the other day about like communication styles and making sure that those flesh and like having really good communicators on our team is really important too. So
Yeah. When you talk about signs, we talk about signs. So we get this. When Paul, when you said cutting board,
yeah.
me and my wife literally had this conversation to this day. There was
Oh.
a cutting board, a wood, I lie to you not, this beautiful wood cutting board, like tree trunk cutting board. And we was in the store. I don't know if you ever heard Ross. Do y'all have a Ross for y'all in
Yeah.
Charleston?
Yeah.
My wife loves Ross. We in Ross, this beautiful cutting board. I pick it up and I'm like, this is so beautiful. This is before we even married. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this is so beautiful. She be like, get it. And Paul, do you know, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna spend the money for this. I was like it was like $20, bro. It was like $20. And Paul, to this day, I regret not getting that cutting board. And I like it's telling you,
Like board
crazy.
paper marriages,
Yeah.
right? These cutting boards. Can't trust.
That's amazing. I'm telling you. I love. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Paul.
Cutting board is a hit for you. It's so weird. This is all connected, but
That's
I don't know.
hilarious.
Thanks for sharing that.
I'm absolutely loving this conversation. I love y'all answer. Because some of the highlights that I wrote that, you're not 100% where you want to be, like having a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset. You talked about neural pathways. I try to slip in some psychology on this podcast some type of way, if I'm just being honest, because we're growing people. Like we're growing. We're trying to get unstuck. Some of us have kind of been who we are since we was like 13 years old. So it's like this little child in us is trying to live out these big opportunities and success. And so it's like all of this journey towards being entrepreneurs, towards being real estate people, business, these decisions that we have to make. And so I love you guys' approach. I love what y'all shared. I know people are going to take great nuggets away from this podcast, and so this episode specifically. So I appreciate it. I mean, I could easily go for another 20, 25 minutes easily, but I don't want to pause. It's like because there's so much I want to say. Um, I guess the last nagging thing I'll say. Have you guys ever heard of Dr. Caroline Leaf? She
Leaf?
has a book called Switch on Your Brain.
I don't know if I've heard of that one.
Okay, so she talks about neural pathways. She talks about what is like plasticity that's in the brain, how the brain is malleable. And I just when you said that, I thought about her, so I'll just drop that name. Her name is Dr. Caroline Leaf, and the book is called "Switch on Your Brain."
Okay.
And so as you was talking, I feel like if I don't say it, I'm gonna regret not saying it. So I just put that out there. I love books, and that book has changed my life. It has changed literally the men in my circle, their lives, because men sometimes it can be hard for us to dig deep. And I'm just talking, and Paul, maybe you're not like that, but I know men in my circle, sometimes we ain't want to dig deep, and that book has really kind of changed the way we think. Protein branches, changing, feeding our mind, so we tell our mind what we want it to think, as opposed to just going down a rabbit hole. And so yeah, so you get it. But so I had to say that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Recommend-
absolutely. If someone wanted to reach out to you guys, connect with you, collaborate with y'all, learn more about what y'all doing, how can they get in contact with you?
Instagram would probably be the best way. That's our main page. We share like DIY information and investing information and stuff on there. Our Instagram handle is at house things and stuff, which was kind of a joke when we started. We were like, oh, let's do some house stuff. Let's do some house stuff. That's the
Yeah.
where that came from. So yeah, so just send us a DM on Instagram. We also have a free downloadable ebook on our Instagram page that you can get if you're a new investor looking to get started. So
35. All right. So y'all, let me say 3 things to y'all, okay? First, let me thank you for your time, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here. And I thank you for your time. It means the world to me. And I'm gonna actually explain that to y'all a little bit more, and y'all gonna understand the time and why it syncs up. So thank you for your time. Definitely thank you for your story. I believe in stories. I think stories have a way of planting a seed in people, and we may never know how it grows. We may never see the growth, but the fact that we planted the seed sometimes could be the course correction that they need. And it may come 2 years, 5 years, but you planted the seed. And so thank y'all for your story. I believe you planted many seeds. And lastly, thank you for your perspective, for your mind frame. So thank you so much for bringing that perspective and that mind frame to this platform. I greatly, greatly appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming through.
yeah, thank you
Thanks,
for
Q.
having us.
Absolutely. So listen, y'all heard them. You can't deny it. You can't deny this episode. It was great. Y'all got the nuggets. Look in the show notes, get in contact with them. But definitely make sure you are subscribed here, because I promise you, we will continue to bring up and just have these amazing conversations with amazing people, just like Melissa and Paul. So y'all, thank you again. And everyone else, y'all have a fantastic day.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.